Howdy, friends. I'm just gonna have this in the background so that it's not too boring. I need to turn this down. Hi, Mitchie. Okay, so I don't want to wait too long or take too long on this, but I'm Milky. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. So this is not clickbait. I'm not baiting anyone. I will be stepping away from the Whiprays as a player and as a captain. I have been on the team since, I want to say November of, no, even earlier. Hang on. How long have I been on this team? Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, November of 23. So, nearly 2 years. Not quite, but almost 2 full years. The vast majority of my time in the competitive scene has been on the Whiprays. I was on a team previous to that. My first team I joined in March of 23, but by the time November came around, I've been on the Whiprays since then, and I became captain, one of the captains in January of this year. So I've been running the team as a captain for the past 10 months or so. The long and the short of it is that I've been working really hard to try to improve as a player. Obviously, you know, I started the series To the Top. That YouTube series has been probably my main project right now. And it is both for content, but also to give myself an avenue for feeling like I'm making progress in the game. Because for some time now, playing on the Whiprays, I have not felt like I have been able to feel improvement or have a place where I can do what I need to in order to keep improving at the game. And that's a really difficult thing for me to say, because a big part of my vision and what got me so into the team in the first place was the idea that we are a bunch of goofballs who are super silly, but love the game and love playing it with each other and still get better together as we do so. And a big part of me, I think, was afraid for a long time that if I leave the team, it's like I'm giving up on that. But I honestly think that it's just kind of not an inevitability, but something that is kind of expected when you just have a lot of different people with a lot of different goals. And obviously everyone on the team does care about being the best that we can. But as far as the kind of goals or time commitment or even just priorities that we have, they're not quite all the same. And I have for a long time felt there's been a building feeling of resentment that has just caused a lot of frustration and bled into interactions with the team because of just differences in how we communicate or how we care about playing the game and stuff like that. And recently it's been getting to the point where it's starting to like bleed out into interactions and like cause arguments and cause problems with each other, and risking friendships over this game is not something I'm willing to do. And no one else on the team is. And just to be clear, we're all still very much friends. Nobody has any kind of like hard feelings or anything like that, but that's kind of the whole point, is that it's important for us that playing on the team is a good time. And when we have different ideas of what we want to do in the game, it can just cause conflict and stuff like that. And nobody on this team is willing to risk, you know, any of our friendships with each other over it. And thankfully, we haven't. We're all still super good friends. There's really been no kinds of, like, real issues in that way. But if we were to keep ignoring the feelings of frustration, it could very well continue to that point, and that's just not something any of us are willing to do. Least of all me. Yeah. So that's kind of the long version of why I won't be playing on the roster going forward. That said, I do still plan on being involved with the Whiprays in some form. I will likely still maintain a pretty big presence, both in the Discord and helping with the shop and any other kinds of projects or whatever that we have going on. I might even step into a manager role where I might be helping to keep things running on the team as far as like scheduling or, you know, planning tournament stuff and things like that. So I'm not like leaving the team. I'll still be involved. I'm just not going to be a player anymore, a player or captain. So it's like my responsibilities are changing more than anything else. Which again is still really hard for me to even think about, but it's just kind of the reality. So as far as what the Whiprays themselves will be, Cuber, my co-captain up until this point, will still be captaining the team, still be active. Rhythm as well will still be active. So you can still support them while they play. You can still see them. Cube does stream sometimes. And they're still really cool people. So you can definitely still support them in their work. There is always a chance that maybe at some point I would do something that would involve the Whiprays as an organization, but we're not really sure what that would look like at the moment. But the main thing just being that it doesn't involve me kind of as a team player. I will likely be doing a lot of solo stuff. I'll be doing a lot of pickups. I probably won't be looking for a team that I'll be sticking with exclusively. I might, you know, I might fill in for some teams regularly. I might have some groups that I play with a lot, but I likely won't be like on a roster for a little bit. And again, a big part of that is just to give myself the freedom that I need in order to keep getting better as an individual and as just me as a player, because I have a lot of goals for competitive that I want to achieve, and that involves right now just having a bit more freedom and time for myself. Trying to think if there's anything else that's makes sense for me to say. Obviously, I have like only good memories on this team. Yeah, like there's even when things have been like kind of difficult or kind of frustrating, I still like the only thing I ever think about is how much fun I have with everyone here. I really love everyone on the team. I wouldn't have made such an effort to try to stick around for so long, because I've been thinking about this for a while. Like, this has been a long time coming. But I wouldn't have done any of those things for the team, like helping with the shop and everything like that, if I didn't genuinely love this team. I love everything about it. And again, a big part of the reason why it took so long is because I felt like if I left that I was somehow abandoning it or giving up on it. And I genuinely believe in the Whiprays, like, brand, the brand and the mission and the vision of it, of just like having so much fun playing this game competitively, and it not having to be something that is like a chore or toxic or anything, just something that you can do for fun with your friends and still also be desperately trying to improve and like get better. That's something I truly believe in. It just takes, you know, it takes a very special kind of dynamic, and it's one that right now the current roster, we just don't have the same kinds of like priorities, and it's difficult to keep 4 people all on the same page for that kind of length of time. It requires a very special set of circumstances. So, and yeah, we're all still really good friends, Mishy. It is a really hard decision. It took a long time, but yeah, it'll be good. I am in some ways really excited. You know, I'm excited to feel like I now actually do get to kind of like try my limits, see where I'm at as a player, and not feel like I have to like wait for something to change or wait for the team to figure something out. I having a little bit more control over just how I perform in a tournament is something that I'm very like excited to have the opportunity for. So again, like I will still be doing a lot of tournaments. I'll still be doing a lot of like fun stuff. I will still have lots of fun friends to play with. Like last night when I ran all for one with a bunch of friends, like that was a lot of fun. And again, I'll probably still play with some of the Whiprays, like on occasion. I'll probably still do some pickups or sub in or do something at some point. But as far as just like, you know, all of the like constant like team stuff, it's going to be a lot more focused on myself going forward. And yeah, I do think that what I'm doing is the right choice. Like, again, because the biggest part of this is that when things were getting to the point that we were like having like arguments or just in general, like having times where we would play tournaments and just like not feeling like we're having a lot of fun because we're so like frustrated with each other's priorities and plays and stuff like that, and just like not being on the same page in that regard. Like, it's this game, as much as all of us love it, is not worth risking not liking each other. You know what I mean? Like Cube and I and Static and Rhythm, like we're all really like we really like hanging out, and so if playing competitively specifically together causes this kind of conflict, it's not worth risking. And so instead what we will do is simply just play the game or talk to each other, just not in a competitive space. At least not a team competitive, like consistent kind of thing. So, and the team, I'm sure, is in very good hands. You know, Cube's been running this for a long time. Rhythm is ever constant and just kind of always been around and always been very very happy with the way the team is. Rhythm just wants to be able to play and have fun playing under, you know, playing and tryharding in tournaments and stuff. So a lot of this really just comes down to my ambition and what I'm interested in trying to do and trying to test myself. And it's just difficult to do that with other people right now, the way it stands. So I'm giving myself just more opportunities to be flexible and play the game on my terms a little bit more. And I think it'll be good. I think I'll have a good time. So, yeah. The team, I'm not worried about. I was worried about it for a long time. I was like really, really scared that if I leave, like the Whiprays would just like fall apart. But the more I think about it, the less I'm worried about that. And especially now, like having gotten to talk to Cube and Rhythm and Static and everything, I'm not worried about that at all. The Whiprays are still going to be a thing. And honestly, a little bit arrogant of me to assume that I'm like the only force that could keep the team going. Because Cube has literally been here since the start, like almost 10 years ago. So there's literally no reason for me to have even been worried about that. So yeah, the Whiprays will still be around. I would definitely, like, still please give them your support. And even if you're not going to see, like, as much direct content of them, you can still see them around in tournaments and on streams every so often. At lands, I'm sure they will still be there. But I will be a little bit more kind of on my own as far as things go. So, but that's okay. It's scary. I am pretty scared as far as that goes. I don't think I've done anything, like, separated from the Whiprays as kind of like a brand in a very long time until I started doing the To The Top series. Will I be participating in tournaments as a solo agent or caster more? I would like to still commentate, but I'll probably just be playing a lot more. And yeah, it would be like as a free agent or in a pickup, which I've already had the chance to run 2 this week. If you were keeping tabs on my streams, I played Paddling Pool on Wednesday with a pickup that I found, and I played All For One yesterday with a pickup I found. So if anything, I'm kind of excited because now I get to meet more people. Like, I get to play with more people and meet more people than I have in a while. And again, I'll get to kind of really test my limits as a player. So I will be doing lots of competition still. I will still, like, really the main change that y'all will see is just that I'll kind of have different people around. It won't just be Static and Cube and Rhythm all the time. It'll be me plus whoever I'm playing with. And team content will be, again, kind of just more centered around me plus whoever I'm playing with at the time. There's not going to be, you know, kind of the recurring faces from before, which is something that I'm kind of sad about and a little nervous about. You know, I've always been a little bit insecure about my own self, like how interesting I am to watch play. But, you know, again, like, the support for the solo, the X Rank series that I've been doing on YouTube has been very encouraging. The support for just watching me work really hard on the game has been really, really, really nice to see, and something I really appreciate. So I'm a lot less scared than I was before of leaving the Whiprays, because I feel like I can stand on my own 2 feet a little bit more than I used to. I don't feel like I am propped up by my team quite so much. I feel like I'm confident, much more than I was before, to just try to, you know, be myself and play the game the way I like to, and let people watch. So yeah, it's been really fun. Thanks, Minchie. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Rocket. Yeah, it is a really big decision, and again, has been one that I've avoided for quite some time. But again, a lot of it, a huge part of this is possible due to all of y'all's support. Everyone that's been watching the series that I've been putting out on YouTube, and watching, you know, the Whiprays and supporting the Whiprays and everything like that. It's made me far more comfortable and confident that that I can do something that is fun and interesting and a good time for everyone, in my own right, and that yeah, just that I can still be me, and I can still have a good time, even if the team itself is not functioning the same way. So I think things will still be a good time. I hope that y'all will still tune in to watch me, and watch me with the friends that I will be making, and all of those things. Again, like, you will see familiar faces. I will still be playing with viewers. I will still be playing with, you know, teammates that I've played with before, like, you know, like Rocket and like Nox and like Static and Cube and Rhythm and everybody else that I hang out with and play with. And if anything, there will be more fun faces to see. So yeah, it'll just be more faces, if anything. So yeah, I am excited. I'm trepidatious. I'm a little scared, but I am really excited. And if nothing else, I'm really excited to see myself go and get better, you know. And maybe at some point, if I decide I've kind of like accomplished my goals and I just kind of want to chill and play the game and not worry so much about getting better and stuff like that, then maybe I can come back to a bit more of a casual competitive kind of thing. We'll see. But for now, I'm feeling very competitive. I'm feeling very much a drive to get better. And I have bigger goals than I've ever had before, really. Like, for a long time, the only goal I had was, like, get low ink banned on the Whiprays. Like, specifically, I wanted to be on the Whiprays with this team and for us to, like, win low ink. That was, like, my dream. And then it was like, I just wanted to get low ink banned as a player. And nowadays, I'm more like I want to get to the point where I could play on my coach's team and, like, they would want that, you know what I mean? Like the Pika roast would turn into the Pika glaze. That's like a new goal and a new dream that I never had before, because I never thought I could even get close to achieving something like that, you know what I mean? And recently, the more that I play, the more I'm like, I want to try. I want to get to that point. I want to get to the point where I could go toe to toe with some of the best people in the game. For fun. Because it is fun. I like this game. I love playing it. And I like how fun it is to play the game with other people and be good at it. So that's kind of the fun part of this. So I hope that everyone will stick with me. I hope everyone will stick with me while I try to go from 0 to hero, so to speak. So yeah, and thanks, Quack. I really appreciate it. Booyah. Anyways, I am down to answer questions or anything like that, but I imagine I've probably covered most everything that's important. So, I don't intend to keep anyone hanging out for much longer than I have. I've already talked for quite a while. Thanks, Mitchie. I really appreciate it. I do plan on hopefully releasing one more video of the Whiprays for like our last NA run that we did. Thanks, Milky. I really appreciate it. I would like to reiterate, I have been honestly floored by all the support that I've gotten over the past month or so. I basically, so when I started streaming about a few years ago or so, it was initially because I just kind of wanted to share what I was doing with friends. I wanted to be like, hey, you all know that I play Splatoon and I like to play it competitively on a team, so like, I'll just stream it on Twitch for the like 3 people that know that I do that, and let them watch so that they can just kind of see this cool thing that I like, and maybe they're interested. And as time went on, you know, I started to have just, again, meeting more people and playing the game more often, and eventually I decided I really wanted to give this a try. I wanted to Again, and I can't stress enough that this has only been possible because of some really, really nice people in this community. Chiefly, Milana has, from the beginning, been incredibly encouraging without knowing anything about me. But like one of the first, I talk about this a lot, but one of the first things that ever happened was I was just like streaming for fun, and I just was hanging out in one of Milana's streams, and I was like, hey, like Milana wanted to have a scrim with a team, and I was like, haha, you could scrim my baby Div 8 team. And Milana was like, okay, bet, and got like dude +2 to play a scrim against us, which was so freaking cool. Like, these were people that like got me into the game. I got into competitive Splatoon watching dude play and watching Milana commentate the Splatoon 2 North American champs and stuff, and like watching the worlds and in Splatoon 2. That's like what got me started in playing this game in the first place. And so having Milana genuinely be so welcoming but so encouraging as well, to be like, yeah, you're a good player and you are fun to watch, and just be so kind, honestly, has given me a lot of courage to try things like that. You're new, but you'd like to say that your videos have been encouraging instead of just gambling around and stuff you're now thinking. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that I'm glad you find it helpful. A lot of the times I'm like, am I going to teach some bad stuff to people? Because I'm not. I still have a lot to learn in this game. I'm just like working really hard on it, you know. So I'm really glad that it's helpful for some people, and I'm glad too to see that some people who are miles better than me are like invested in watching me get better. Like there's nothing more like, that's so flattering to me, and not just flattering, but genuinely encouraging to feel like, you know, that one, that y'all believe in me, that I can get better, but also that that you enjoy it. You know, I'm just kind of here. So I really, really appreciate it. Little sparks of joy from the weekly schedule. Thank you. I post on my Blue Sky and the Discord as well. So, if you want more opportunities for sparks of joy, you can see it there. But yeah, genuinely, all the support that y'all have given me over the past month or so is really, really appreciated. And I just want to say thank you. And I'm going to keep doing it. It's not going to stop. And I'm still going to be streaming a lot. I'm still going to be playing the game a lot. I'm still going to be goofy, and I'm still going to suck, and I'm still going to get better. So all those things that you come to see me do are going to keep happening. That's right, Rocket. I forgot about that. Yeah, all you knew is the California Girls cover. It grows so much in the... Thank you, Rocket. That really means a lot. And yeah, I remember that combo too. I think it was like one of your first things. Stop doing it. Your sparks of joy will stop happening. I won't stop then. I will keep posting the little schedule 100%. Yeah, I should try to keep doing a little bit more singing content, but I've been too on the comp grind. We'll see. I was on a pickup stream against your team. That's cool. You'll have to tell me which team it was, because I forgot. Sommerzeit! Oh my god, I remember that. Isn't it longer though? Isn't it like Sommerzeit Uhreinumstellung or something like that? Am I wrong? Ah, let's go. I got it right. Oh yeah. I'm gonna play a win because I feel like it. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Playing in this community has been a lot of fun. And I genuinely feel very privileged to... I unforgorded. Isn't that crazy? That almost never happens. I almost never remember things. That's one of my defining characteristics. What's happening? Why am I leaving? I've talked about it a lot, but basically, I'm going to be focusing mostly on myself. And if you decide that you want to hear all my thoughts, you can go back and watch the VOD in a little bit. I'll probably sign off pretty soon. I've already been yapping for 30 minutes. There's also a post on my Blue Sky if you want it written down and condensed. It's going to be a lot shorter, and I'll probably post a video at some point for people who don't watch streams. It has been 30 minutes. I know, it's kind of wild. I've been yapping for way too long. Known yapper, it's true. I mean, you kind of have to be. So yeah, it's genuinely been ridiculously fun to do this and to be a part of it with y'all, and I genuinely am so grateful for everyone for watching. We actually just this morning hit 300 subs on YouTube, and that is insane to me. I think when I started this about a month and a half ago, I had half that. So again, I'm just kind of blown away, and I'm also like really excited to hopefully see more. I don't know, just the idea that a low-level guy like me, I'm not top 500x ranked or anything crazy like that, I'm not insanely good at the game, would have this much support is really special to me, and I hope to continue it, and yeah, thank you. That's really all I have to say. Thank you so much. So yeah. At this point, I truly am just yapping. So, if anyone has any more specific questions or something I didn't touch on, you can always just ask in the Discord or something. Got your dog back. Yay, you'll get to make content. Huzzah! Thanks, Quack. I appreciate it. I might come hang out in the Mumble at some point. So yeah. That's really all I want to say. I already talked way longer than I really needed to, but in case, keep a lookout for more videos. Keep a lookout for more tournament stuff. I'm hoping to. I want to try to do a little bit more tournament uploads going forward. I just have really enjoyed them, and especially I've had 2 really exciting tournaments this week. I'm hoping to do a lot more of that kind of stuff. They just take a bit more work than the other series, and I do work for real, so I have a job. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and sign off for now. But one last time, thank you again so much, so much for watching and for tuning in, and I will keep seeing y'all. I will keep streaming, and I am excited to see what happens. Thanks so much. See ya.